Solving algebraic expressions is whenever you get a problem that usually has a letter in it, also known as a variable, and you have to figure out what you can plug in where this sentence is true. So let's say we had this problem, x plus 4 equals 10. It's saying what can you plug in for that x where it would make the sentence true. Like if I was to say, okay, I would try, say, x equals 2. Well, let's try that. Does 2 plus 4 equal 10? No, that's not true. So x being worth 2 wouldn't work. Let's try 4. Would 4 plus 4 equal 10? No, it wouldn't. And you probably figured out pretty quickly that the right one would be 6 plus 4 would equal 10. And what you did is you figure out what number could you plug in where that x was to make the sentence true. Now sometimes you might have 1 where it's just, okay, 6 plus 4, or you might have multiple. It might say, well, t, do it in black, t plus 2 minus 5 equals 9. Well, it says, okay, what number can you plug in for that t to be equal to 9 at the end? Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. Once you get to the multiple step ones, I like to try to get the letter by itself. And the way you can do that is by doing I call it the opposite to other. Meaning, if you're going to try to get that letter by itself, you need to be able to push all of this work over here. So how would that look when you're actually working it out? Well, if you are subtracting on this side, that means this side, you need to be adding on this side. So if you see a subtract 5, you're going to do a plus 5, and 5 plus negative 5 plus positive 5 is nothing. And what is 9 plus 5? That's 14. And you write down everything you didn't use. I didn't use the t, I didn't use the plus 2 and the equal. So now instead of a plus sign, instead of a minus sign, I have a plus sign. So to get that by itself, I have to do the opposite. So to get away that 2, I have to minus 2. Plus 2 minus 2 equals 0. And 14 minus 2 equals 12. So that gives me the answer of t equals 12. Let's see if that worked in the original sentence. Does 12, because I substituted that t, does 12 plus 2 minus 5 equal 9? Let's see. Well, 12 plus 2 is 14. 14 minus 5 is 9. So that means our variable worked. Now, the one thing I'll tell you to be aware of is that whenever you see a number and a letter put together, like let's use a different one, 2v equals 18. If you see a number and a letter smash right next to each other, what this means is multiplication. Now, normally you're used to seeing multiplication with the letter x, but look at how weird this would look. If I was to, it was 2v, watch, if I do 2 times v equals 18, that looks like I have 2 letters, and we can't really have 2 letters in there. So what they do is they either smush it really close together, or instead of using the x, they use a dot, like 2 times v equals 18. So if we were to solve this, what number can you plug in to that v where it would be worth 18? 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 10 is 20. So one's too big, one's too small. If you know your multiplication facts, I could plug in a 9 right there because 2 times 9 equals 18. And basically, whenever you're solving algebraic expressions, you are just trying to get the letter, you're trying to get the variable by itself. That's kind of the whole job. You're trying to get the variable by itself to figure out what it would be equal to. And we're going to do some more problems on this, a couple more videos where we're just practicing solving variable equations.